basic average girl, and I'm here to save the world.
Hi, I'm Mama Sekebani, and this is another episode of Amma Discussions,
Just seen her pictures. I said, "Ow, jump scare."
the FaceTime edition. Today, I wanted to talk about how the scarcity mindset that's instilled in Black girls makes Black girls struggle when it comes to professional, romantic, and academic, opportunities. And I know I never speak about romantic stuff. Like, I've only started speaking about it now because I've just figured, I have to be more comfortable speaking about such things, and I can't isolate myself from romance out of the whole need of like looking gangster, because I really love looking gangster. Like, I like it when people just see me as like impenetrable, like in terms of my heart, like, oh, Amate has a cold heart, like she's strict, she never talks about these things. And the other reason why I didn't like to talk about romance is because, like, all the content online for Black girls is focused on romance, and I was like, ugh, if I speak about romance, then I'm adding to that. But I feel like I'm just adding another perspective, especially through the lens of the scarcity mindset. So, King, scarcity mindset. I'll just plug the definition of a scarcity mindset. Yeah. But basically it's like how when okay, how na le dijo, wa bona, there's food in the fridge, but you're still scared that, oh my god, there's gonna be a day when like food is gonna be scarce. So you're just always like anticipating having nothing. You're anticipating, oh my god, there's a time where I'm going to have to survive, and you're not enjoying the food that is in the fridge because you're so busy thinking about, oh, a future where there might not be food in the fridge. Wabon. Also, like, my mom always says when people get money and they were poor, you have to look at what they are spending on to see what they always wanted when they were poor or when they like were broke. For example, when I'm broke, something I always want is like food, get what auto, or maybe clothes. I'm like, yo, I wanted to buy that jacket. So then whenever I get money, what do? I go buy clothes. Wabon. Even with shoes, like if you see someone that's obsessed with shoes but they didn't grow up liditlago, it's because they are making up for that initial fear, or to cloud that feeling of, oh my gosh, there was a time when I didn't have shoes. And like it just it fostered this insatiable craving for shoes. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think like with relationships and having boyfriends and stuff, like as Black girls into it, we're taught that, yeah, like having a spoon, or like we're just hated, right? And so when Black girls find someone that shows them even just a smidge of attention, it's like, oh my gosh, okay, maybe let me just stick with this. And I think even other women reinforce this message because they'll be like, oh, this is the green flag. At least don't the green flag. Say the red flag. Just ignore the red flags. As long as they have one, two, three, maybe four green flags, that's okay. Like, just stick with it. Begezela, nyamezela, right? Like, and people think that they don't drive those narratives anymore. But with the rise of not consumerism, of conservatism, of course, people are gonna be telling women to stick by their men. Wawan. And I think because a lot of people are scared of loneliness, I don't even think that people are scared of being lonely. I don't think I'm scared of being alone because I'm never lonely. I'm just always alone, right? But I am like, oh my gosh, the social capital that you get from being in a relationship, like, let's not even ignore that, right? So I think a lot of people are chasing the social capital and the image of what a perfect human being or a perfect life looks like at the age of 13. And I think slowly people in our age group, I'm at 2K, are priming themselves to fit that image because it's not ideal for you as a girl to not be married and not have kids by the age of 30. And by the way, minage, I last number. Like, I'm really not too keen about kids. And people will be like, Mara, why? I must say, why? I mean, I always used to ask my mom when I was a child, I'd be like, so what are the pros of having a kid? I'm telling you, that woman would have to think. Besides, she'd be like, oh, having you, Amashe. I know I'm a difficult kid, so try again. Pick yourself up and try again.
Yourself up and try again. You can dust it off and try again.
What are the pros? And even like my aunts and a lot of the mothers in my family, like when I was growing up, I'd hear them say, in our next lifetime, we won't have kids because we can't just go on holiday when we want to go on holiday. We can't just use our time the way we want to use our time. Our time belongs to our kids. And it's so funny because for men, it's not that their time belongs to their kids, it's that they borrow their kids' time, right? They borrow time to their kids, but they're still individuals in and of themselves. But mothers have to beg to have their own time to themselves because it feels like your kids own you and you no longer have any individuality. And that's also something I wanted to talk about. Like, I feel like when I speak about individualism, people think I'm speaking about individuality. I believe that as people, we need to have individuality, like having our own identities. And even though our own identities are kind of like an amalgamation of different spaces we've existed in, different places, people, music we've interacted with, we're a reflection and we're a mosaic of those things. That's why no one will ever be the same because, like, yes, everyone lived in Soweto, but did everyone live in Mapesha? Oh yes, everyone lives in Wendywood, but uh did everyone go shop at Maud Street? Did everyone maybe go to Sunning Hill Church? I don't know. There's so many other spaces. Ooh, this is about to come out so. I'm doing so good, 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 good. So good, so good, so good. Anyway, so we're not as funny as Abantu. And I think that's something we have to come to terms with. And I'm so happy that I've had the privilege of having a family that taught me that love will always be waiting at home, no matter what. If your relationships don't work out, if your friendships don't work out, don't hang at people. But I guess even the whole thing of don't hang at people, it becomes a bit toxic because sometimes, again, I made a video saying that inconvenience is sometimes necessary in creating community. But to what extent are you going to be inconvenienced? Like, how do you draw boundaries in that respect, right? And I think that's something I'm going to have to think about because the reason why I was so allergic to being inconvenienced was because I had this fear that people would cross my boundaries. So I had to be strict altogether. And like not having the balance then, that's what made it like hard for me to form community because I'd only do things that were comfortable for me and I wouldn't like I'd really go out of my comfort zone. But now what's the line between going out of your comfort zone and it's just you're still fine and going out of your comfort zone and oh my gosh, like you're like thoroughly being made to feel like dehumanized or being used or being that's something that we have to explore. But anyway, let's go back to the scarcity mindset thing. So black girls are taught that anything that shows love. Oh, hi Bella. There's other black girls on my other wall, like Anoki. I don't worry. Like I'm not idolizing, someone that's not my race. I like there's my whole other wall full of black people. Just in case you're seeing Bella Hadid here and you're thinking, Amate is betraying her own people. Anyway, yeah. So we're taught to like not even complain. We're not allowed to stand up for ourselves because you should just be grateful, right? And now I'm taking the approach of nah, yeah, I should be grateful, but other people must also be grateful that I'm in their space. Like other people must also know that me choosing to be in this space, I probably had a plethora of opportunities that I was presented with. I mean, I'm seeing fine every day and I chose you. Be guided. But sometimes you don't even have to justify saying no by saying, oh, I have other options. You don't have to justify, your self-esteem by like looking for like, oh, validation through, I also got another job offer, but I chose yours. Or I got another, school offer, but I chose yours. It's okay to just be like, no, you must just be grateful. Period. Whether I got other offers or whether I have other opportunities or not. Like I must be treated like a decent human being that worked their way into this or that deserves this as much as everyone else, and I mustn't be made to feel that, like now I must ingratiate myself. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what I don't like. And I think, especially with South Africa, I think the scarcity mindset in South Africa is, I mean, it stems from a lot of things. Firstly, we are fresh out of apartheid.
Come on, Nelson. Why can't I be a star?
I think people think that 30 years is like little time, where I think I mean, people think that 30 years is a lot of time to recover from 1652 to 1994. Girl, that's like 300 years of just systemic, um, what's this? Systemic barriers and stuff. Like, there's no way we're just going to recover in 30 years. And 30-year-olds are so young.
Pinky Winky, Tinky Winky, Dipsy.
Like, have you seen their faces? Those, like, South Africa's democracy is younger than that song, Eric. Dun, 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 dun. Every man has a place. In his heart there's a space. And the world can erase his fantasies.
Every man has a place. In his heart, there's a space.
Can we deep that? Very young. So, oh yeah, so black people, even in the TRC, were taught to just be grateful, even if, we're not getting everything that we need now. Just be grateful that, the militarism of the apartheid regime has ended. Just be grateful that you at least got this one thing. At least, like, that's a very common South African phrase that I realize a lot of people don't say a lot. Like, at least, Mara, at least, man. Oh, at least he said good morning even though he didn't feed you. Or at least they gave you a B. They could have given you a C even though you know that you deserved an A plus. At least. At least, at least, at least, at least, at least. Why must we always be I'm having fun with these beats. Honey.
Bling, bling, bling. Bitches is mad.
Why must we always be settling for the bare minimum out of the need to console ourselves, God? Hey, at least. Hey, at least. Ugh, at least. Well, yeah. Anyway, I didn't even do lines in my things. I just twisted this hair and I was like, whoever sees the lack of lines, they see the lack of lines. I really don't care. I don't care about it being like cookie cutter perfect. I just like, the artistic value of hair. And I felt like I wasn't like experimenting with it enough. And I think another way that scarcity mindset can come up is through our relationship with our hair and like the need to length check and like hang on to it with our minds. Hang on to your love.
Hang on to your love.
You know that song by Sade. Wait, sorry, I have tissues before you think I'm snorting. Hang on to your love. Pina ele. I don't know if it's because of spring or it's genuinely because kinale flu. Sorry, there was some that got on my upper lip, so I had to wipe it off. Yeah, throw it in the dustbin. But yeah, even with academics, I think people ask us, "Oh my gosh, how were you guys able to survive those white schools? Didn't you tell your parents?" I think also because our parents have that scarcity mindset that, ugh, at least my daughter's in the school. I mean, these are the schools that have the most resources in South Africa. If you really think about how unequal South Africa is, they were not unreasonable for knowing that this is where the resources are, but they were also like, "Ish, we must just also be grateful because usually they don't." I mean, before they weren't even allowing black people, or even the way that black people, I think the way that black people outside of our parents would laud us for going to these schools, like, I think it's only on social media that people make fun of you for going to white schools. Whereas the people that I would interact with every day, it would be, oh my gosh, you go to this school. Oh, you must be so smart. Da 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 da. Da. And then when I'd complain and be like, no, Danam, just hang on. uNkulunkulu won't allow you to just survive this for no reason. You're becoming stronger. I'm like, but for what? Why am I a 13-year-old being bullied by a 60-year-old mama? Like, what am I becoming strong for? What war are we preparing for?
I'm a survivor.
And people will just because there's a larger reward. Decline. Sorry, let me just message my girl. And they'll be like, oh, it's because there's a larger reward. What larger reward? We're not the ones living in Hudson. Like, what something I was telling my mom about was Wait, something I was telling my mom about was, people keep saying, oh, there's a larger reward for suffering.
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
When I think about colonization, like, if you're only 10% of you, but how did you travel? Where did you get the energy to colonize? Like, not even about ethics and stuff, but like I don't think I'd have the energy to colonize, honestly. If like I just wouldn't like traveling by boat. Hey,
awukhonahali shem.
Nkosi yami manje ngiya emazweni ngiyobatshela ya nibabi nina. Be my sled. Be my summer. Protect me from the rain. Be my summer. Ah. Anyway, um, protect me. I try to run away. I try to down about you. Yo, you're
Be my summer, protect me.
Yeah, so the scarcity mindset also leads women to stay in relationships they're not supposed to be staying in, all in the name of, oh my God, like this man is a man that loves me, and at least uyangonda, but baba ngaba ondliwi, abafepiwi ke, banna babona, or at least he listens to my favorite song. It will literally be something as bare minimum as that. He listens to my favorite song when I ask him to. That's why I'm sticking by him. Nagwe wow cheated. Wow beta. Oh beta. Wait, when was the last time I said beta? Anyway, wow sharp. Like no, let's go. And even if there's no better man out there, better girl, because my gun's pink. Out there, it's fine. You'd rather be alone. Cause I know I'd rather be alone than be unhappy. I'm never gonna be a fool for love. I'd rather be alone, just give it up. Don't make no sense to be in love and be unhappy. Udra. It might feel good, the lonely nights, but laying in your arms today ain't right. I'd rather lose you than lose my mind and be unhappy. Hey, Dali Binera. Upanga diata. Anyway, I just need to cut off some of the braids at the back. I even feel bad for being straight. Like I think part of the reason why I haven't been in a relationship is because I'm just so strict. And I'd be feeling bad because I know it's not what I was nurtured or taught to be. I think in words people are like, yeah, be strict, be strict. But I'm when it comes to actions, the mamas are never as strict as they say they are. Even when people say Xhosa women are like they're so strict about their men with words, with like threatening the men here and there, but actually leaving, that's another thing. Especially because ubuyeni, like having umyeni, being umfazi, umakoti, kotizaring is such a huge part of Xhosa culture. It's something that a lot of people take pride in. I don't blame them. It looks cute outside. I'd never. Yo, the Makotis be doing work, bro. Yeah, that's why I just don't see myself doing it. But I see why people. I can understand why people take pride in it. But my thing is like, then it's for social capital, right? Now, when you have to let go of this man and this social capital that you've gotten from being swindled and cheated on and stuff, it becomes a bit difficult to like stand by that business of, oh, because our women are strict, you know. But yeah, you are a black girl and you deserve all the love in the world. And when you feel like it's not enough, if you had my love and I gave you all my trust, would you comfort me? Yeah. You don't have to be settling now, girl. This is also a message for myself. There's no need to settle. I can't need. After your parents spent so much time and energy, don't even mind that. Like, imagine your ancestors watching you videos and are like this. Ooh. For what? Just to be a noble person. Good girl, no they pay. A good girl, no they pay. As my Nigerian friend, you know what? I mean, my Nigerian. The girls, I love them down. Good girl, no they pay. By good girl, bah. Understand? I mean, doesn't mean don't show love. Like, I'm definitely a passionate person. I love showing love. I love being like, oh my God, the one and only. Promise I'm worthy. But when it starts teka ring, ah,
Why shouldn't I want my cake and eat it too? I feel like I deserve that at this point in my life.
I switch off the Wi-Fi, the connection. Once the connection starts teka ring, I switch off the Wi-Fi. Exactly. That's where I'm gonna end it. Let's not have any scarcity mindsets, my girls.